'cause we're going out tonight. Put on your red dress, baby, 'cause we're going out tonight. Don't forget those high heels, baby, and that dress that fits you real tight. We're going to a place, baby, where they say it's out of sight. Yeah, we're going to a place, baby, where the party lasts all night.
Sundown from Soul Town coming at you. Hey, I got a chance to meet some fellas that I had been hearing a little bit about. Man, and I tell you, these guys, they is something else. But we're going to find out what they've been doing lately. But I heard a whole lot about these fellas. I got a chance to see a couple of their shows, but man, I never really got a chance to meet them real good. So what we're going to do, we're going to meet these fellas and see what they all about. You know what I'm talking about? Hey, like I said, I'm Sundown from Soul Town, and I'll be telling you a little bit about me a little later as we get into this thing. You know what I'm talking about? All right. So first one we're going to come up with here. Guy by the name of Hobo Slim. Hobo Slim going to tell you a little bit about himself. You know what I'm talking about? Hobo Slim got some stories to tell you, man, and wait till you hear this fella play. Hey, Hobo Slim, let us hear what you're talking about, man.
I'm always happy to share my life story with y'all, man. Come on. You know me. Now, the name Hobo might appear to have a negative connotation, but let me give you some history about Hobo Slim Robbins. You see, the Ho stands for Hobart, and the B-O stands for Bachman. So somewhere in the mix, Hobart Bachman Slim Robinson is here. Hobo Robinson Slim, whatever you call me. But before I really slim you up, I'd like to give your ears a tuning and do a crooning, if I may.
Go ahead, go for it.
Now, you know, I flattened out there. I don't know what happened.
All right.
Flat, but that's
hey, well, we're gonna see what happens. We're gonna see what happens. You know, you were going kind of in and out, but I think we got enough we can deal with it. But we're gonna see. Don't worry about it. Hey, so here we go. The other fella on the list here, the guy who, when he walks into a room, it just brightens all the way up. You know what I'm talking about. This man, he's a colorful character, and you can tell that by that suit he's wearing and that hat. Man, oh man, you should see his shoes. I don't know. But Robbie Royale, man, I've been hearing a lot about you. Where you come from, man?
Oh man, what you talking about? I'm from Watts, man. My name's Robbie Royale. They call me Robbie Royale because the unofficial mayor of Central Avenue from the 1940s till 1960. Now, what I used to do was, as a little boy, I used to go down there and sneak in the spots with my uncle back in the 40s until I was learning what the game was, and then I come in there and brighten up everything and make sure that he got there on time. I drive him there or pick him up at night, and that sort of thing. Driving. So my thing was to just help him out. But what I wanted to talk about is that I saw just about every great jazz man that came into the city had to come through the Dunbar Hotel and Central Avenue, or the Lincoln Theater. There was no other way around it because of the racial situation back then. So what became the mayor was I made things happen. They have what they call a guy to make things happen. What they call him, a do man or finger man or button man or whatever they call him. But I make it do what it do, and if whatever they need, I make sure they get it. And that's why they call me the unofficial mayor of Central Avenue.
So in other words, you was the fixer.
That's the word I'm looking for. Fixer. Yeah, I like fixer. I fix things. You know, broke is business.
Well, you know what?
Broke, I fix it.
Yeah, that's right. You got to have somebody to fix something if it's broke, man. If it ain't broke, don't you mess with it. Don't put your hands on it, man. Don't you do that.
Ooh, there it is. Ooh, there it is.
Hey, so what we gonna do now? We're gonna let these fellas show you a little bit and tell you a little bit about where they've been and what they done did. And so I will come back with you in a little bit, and we're gonna get into that. All right, y'all stay tuned. Coming back at you. Hey, I'm just gonna tell y'all a little bit about who you're talking to. Like I say, they call me Sundown, soul man from Soul Town. You know, this is how I used to have people introduce me when I came onto the stage, you know. Say, Sundown, all the women want to be with Sundown. And all the men wanted to be Sundown. That's how they bring me on, you know. And I used to tell people, they say, man, why they call you Sundown? Well, I'm from a little place down there in Mississippi. And, you know, when the sun go down, you know, you could not see nothing unless you had a light in front of you. And that wasn't easy to see then. So they call me Sundown because, man, I did not come out in the daytime, and I waited for the sun to go down before I go to town and clown. You know, but I could be on stage clowning. I wouldn't know clown in everyday life, man. I took my business serious. And that's why they call me Sundown, because I come out when the sun go down. And man, I was a blues singer. I sang the soul songs and anything. I started out listening to that gospel, you know. And so that's what got me into this thing anyway, because to me, it was all the same. And whatever I put into the gospel feeling when I was singing it, I brought that same feeling over into the soul. And that's where I got my sound from. That's where all of us get our sound from. So that's a little bit about me. Now I want to turn it over to the other guys so you can get to know who they are. So, hey, Hobo Slim, man, where you come from?
Man, I'm going to tell you a story. You're going to be really, 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 I should say, mesmerized. Because the story I'm going to tell you is about the South. See, I came here by way of the South, South Central Los Angeles, by way of that Mississippi. And you know where I was in Mississippi? By way of Louisiana. I was in Liberty. Now, Liberty is a place that affords a lot of freedom, whether you know it or not. Liberty, Mississippi, a black man probably can get off for a crime. Liberty. I think you understand my drift. So, traveling in Mississippi, looking to red earth, I'm writing songs, and I'm hearing stories about my brother, my father's brother, I said my uncle, playing the harp and playing the guitar. I picked up the harp. Man, it was like an organ chiming through my brain. My cells were just energized. I began to huff and puff and blow, and saying, what kind of noise am I making? Yeah, man, noise, but harmonics, man, just visualizing all these notes. So by the time I got back on a road trip from Mississippi by way of Louisiana back to the other South Central Los Angeles, baby, it was real, baby. It was real. Because I got back here. I was teaching school. I had my harmonica every day in the classroom. I'm playing it. People were asking, what is that noise? Next thing you know, people are asking me, oh, could you come play here? Could you come play there? I was playing almost everywhere. Baby, it became a real deal. So I, Hobo Slim Robinson, that's again, Hobart Bachman Slim. Don't you forget it. And I'm riffing and rapping, and I'm not even from Flagstaff. baby. I'm telling you, that's how it was. Byway, no train, just road tripping and playing harmonica and appreciating the notes, man, and appreciating what they give you harmonically, whatever that means, because the only music I know is good music and bad music. I'll leave you with that, baby.
All right. You can't get no clearer than that, man. You can't get no clearer than that. Hey, Mr. Robbie Royale, man, tell us about you.
What you know, man? What you know, what you say. Let me tell you something, man. I was listening to that story that Slim was saying. Man, I can't believe all that happened to a cat like you, man, because that sounds like some jive, man. Let me tell you a story. Let me tell you a story that's a story of stories, man. When I was on Central Avenue, I remember one time I was waiting on the show to end for the night so I could take my uncle home, and everybody was looking for this white guy that's an actor. I can't think of it. I think it was W.C. Fields. And he was missing all of a sudden. He came up missing because, you know, back in those days, all of Hollywood would come down to the black neighborhood on Central Avenue. You catch all kinds of people. Jeff Chandler, Marilyn Monroe, Doris Duke. All these rich people would come down there on Central Avenue. And me being a fixer that I was able to make sure that nothing happened to them and nothing come up missing. And also, I did a little sideline of jokes up there at the MC, and one night Red Fox slipped into the club, and I introduced him. I wasn't supposed to, but I went on and introduced him, and let everybody know this young comedian named Red Fox is going to perform pretty soon, and he's going to give you a little sample of that. And I went to tell him that, man, and a fight broke out in the back. A bunch of women of the evening got into it with one of the patrons around the club, man. The next thing I know, we was all looking for W.C. Fields. They thought something had happened to him. That dude had passed out under the piano in the hotel lobby. He was known for a little more than a teetotaler, but they was looking for him. They thought he had disappeared, but that was everything, man. He was just passed out under the piano. And they came and got him and took him all the way back to Hollywood. Nothing happened to him, and we was moving on, and everything was fine and hunky-dory. I loved it. But I'm telling you, man, growing up on Central Avenue and watching it go from jazz to bebop to doo-wop in the 50s, and then the soul came later. But man, it all started. Soul music started with jazz and blues. They had a baby.
That's right. All of them had babies, and we're going to try to keep them having babies. So right now, we're going to take another break, and we're going to come back, and we're going to close this thing out for y'all, and we're going to be inviting y'all to come in and speak with us a little later on. Everybody in the audience is going to come back and they're going to talk to us. You can ask us some questions. Whatever you want to know, we're going to tell you if we are allowed to say it on air. All right, y'all. We'll be back.
Can I ask Robbie Royale a question when we get back?
Yeah, you sure can.
Thank you.
I know y'all got a bone to pick.
No,
I'm
just mesmerized by Mellow Yellow.
Yeah. All right. Hey, we'll be back at y'all. Talk to y'all soon. If all the stars would suddenly disappear, and the sun and the moon, they up and went away, as long as you love me and promise to stay, that's all that matters to me. Yeah, that was one of the songs that got me over back in the day, and it's still being played today, I hear. So what we're gonna do right now, we're gonna see what the other fellows are talking about. Let them give you a sample of what it is that they do, and then we're gonna have a free for all conversation, just to hash some things out. Because man, I got to talk to these fellows a little deeper, see what it is that they really believe and what they really think and what they've been through. A lot of things I'm sure we all been through in this business, and we're going to talk about that. So y'all, you ready? Let's see what Mr. Hobo Slim got to say for himself. Hey, Hobo.
He said, the sun and the stars. It was a haunting, jolting memory about the beauty of the celestial skies out there. The sun and the stars, babe. I like it. I like
All
it.
right.
Music to me. Yeah, that's music to me. I had no other comments, brother. It's real. It's real.
That's it
The
at all.
blues is
then.
real, and the music that's it. That's it. No comment outside of that.
Hey, I hear you. I hear you. That took me back home. That took me back down to the bayou, man. And you know what? You know, that's way back in the woods.
Lake Pontchartrain, man.
Lake Pontchartrain. I hadn't been down in there.
Okay.
Hey, Robbie Royale, I know you come from somewhere. Yeah, let's hear what it is you got to talk about. What you do?
Hey, man, I do what I do. And what I do is when I do it, I don't know what I've done because I'm not doing nothing enough. But when I do enough, I don't even know how much time it's got left. So this is what I'm going to tell you. One of the things that I used to do, I still play, but I can't play my horn today because it's in the shop, quote unquote, the shop, if you know what I mean. I'll get it out tonight though, because I got a gig about midnight, and I'll get it back. But right now, I'm just telling you, man, I like that tune that y'all was talking about. Now that sounded like some real blues. I'm gonna tell you something. My folks are from Louisiana. I heard that Pontchartrain thing, but have you ever been to Shreveport, Louisiana, though? That's in the northern part. I come from a little place called Shady Grove. They had a little pond there where I used to go and do crawfish. I used to get me a nickel worth of liver and go there with a nail and a string, and I catch all the crawfish I want. I put them in this little syrup bucket called a Johnny Fair syrup. Remember that? I bet you don't know nothing about that. That Johnny Fair syrup.
You know we know about that.
Yeah, some of that dry salt pork fried up real crispy with some and see that blues stuff that he heard. The first dude cat I heard playing the blues was Elmo James. Dust My Broom, man.
Oh,
man, that cat could play. Now that's my guy. That's a blues man. I love it.
Hey, well, let's talk about. Hey, Hobo Slim, man. You said you wanted to say something to Robbie Royale. And,
thank you, but I just wanted to say that next time I see you, things won't be the same because that coat and hat you got on is like a flamethrower to my eye. Man, you so yellow. You so yellow, man. I want to hire you out to the paint company because that color is just roaring sunburst. So watch yourself when you talk about who's from the South and who isn't. I know you're from Louisiana. My folks is from Mississippi. So what you got to do with that and Louisiana? So by way of those two folks, my mama and daddy, that makes me a true Southern man.
Hey, well, I'm going to...
You better keep your head yellow metal.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Hey, I'm just going to say one. I'm going to take one little snap. I'm going to take one little snap at Mr. Robbie Royale, and then I'm going to let him alone. You know, yeah. I remember I was sitting on the front porch down in the bayou there, and I was looking across the field, and I saw a bright light shining up in the sky, real bright light. And man, I had to jump in my truck. I ran over there. I was speeding too. I was kicking up some dust. And then I get to this bright light where it was coming from, man. And then there was Robbie Royale standing on stage, doing his thing, playing his horn. Man, he was, oh, man. I said, man, the next time we need some light down here in the backwoods, I'm gonna call on you.
Radiant.
That's cool, man. Y'all bunching up on me, ain't you?
No, man, that was a compliment. It was a concealed compliment, brother.
I know, man. Hey, I ain't that soft, man. Come on now. I love it. I love it. Hey, actually, I bring sunlight to a dark and dampened life to some of these women out here. You know what I'm saying? They dreary because they don't have they boo or they hubby or they boyfriend around. You know, I used to be the back door man, but you would know more about that back door man, wouldn't you, blues man?
What you trying to say, man? Just tell me what you're trying to say. All I want to know is what you're trying to say. Now, yeah, I have seen some back doors. I have seen some, because I'm a fix-it man too now. I have gone in there to fix things, given the key. But as far as this stuff you talking about back door, man, give me the plan, and then I'll understand. Otherwise, you ain't got a bird in their hand.
Hey, back door man. When you say you've seen some back doors, that don't mean you've been seen running out of them, dude.
No, not at all. It's usually locking them back after facilitating the facility in which needs facilitating. I had pretty much fixed what needs to be fixed. I can give you a few examples, but I don't want Robbie Royale to turn a different color. That yellow is hot enough for us.
Hey
man, this ain't really yellow. It's mustard, to be honest with you.
Last time I checked, mustard was yellow.
I thought it was metallic, bounce off, raincoat.
Well, that depends on what kind of, if you got German mustard or you got deli mustard, because this is a little bit different yellows, you know, like that French mustard is like my coat and my hat and my shirt. But if you got that deli mustard, it's a little darker, it's got texture to it, it's got little seeds, mustard seeds in there and a whole bunch of other stuff. So it turns the color. So I like this color right here. This look, all thing I need now is me some, I don't know what I need.
I think what we need is we're gonna need to get off of here. But when we come back, we want Robbie Royale to show us some of his other wardrobe. Because I can't wait to see that. But hey, I've enjoyed y'all. I've enjoyed y'all. Go ahead, Robbie.
I got some blue stuff that I can wear too. When y'all gonna do the blues, I'll wear my blue stuff so I can feel right in. You know, I'll bring my horn and I'll play some bird for you. A little blues for Mr. Charlie.
Hey, that's right. We can't wait for that. So everybody, been great talking with y'all. Hey, we got to get together again. And we got to do some shows. We got to get down there and do a concert that these people won't never forget. You know what I'm talking about? Blues, soul.
I'm gonna do it.
The Central Avenue is gonna rise again one of these days.
Hey,
right.
I'm Sundown from Soul Town.
And I'm gonna make sure that too. From Central Avenue, the unofficial mayor of Central.
And I'm Hobo Slim, and I like biscuits. And just like Central Avenue is gonna ride, we're gonna put some yeast in those biscuits and watch them both ride.
I got my bowl ready and some syrup go along with it.
Some Brer Rabbit, baby. Some Brer
Rabbit. Hey, y'all, like Brer Rabbit says, what's that the other rabbit said? No, that's the pig. That's all, folks.
Oh, that was a walking pork chop. Talking pork chop.
All right, y'all. See y'all next time.
See y'all next time.
Put on your red dress, baby, 'cause we're going out tonight. Put on your red dress, baby, 'cause we're going out tonight. Don't forget those high heels, baby, and that dress that fits you real tight. We're going to a place, baby, where they say it's out of sight. Yeah, we're going to a place, baby, where the party lasts all night. Oh, so don't you fuss or fight, cause we'll dance there all night.